Quincy welcomed in the Trail of Death March today. It's a caravan that starts in Indiana and ends in Kansas. KHQA's Jeff Monlock is live from Quincy Island to tell us what brought them here today.
It was a solemn commemoration earlier today on Quincy Island, and the purpose of this march is to remember the 1838 Trail of Death. And what they did was they did a prayer as well as a little bit of a blessing for this historical marker that sits right in front of me.
The Potawatomi Trail of Death was the forced removal of the Potawatomi from Indiana to Kansas.
That's what has this group of caravanners following in the Potawatomi's footsteps. The Trail of Death March started in 1988, the 150th anniversary of the 1838 Trail of Death. George Godfrey has been at every march.
I think really the only way that the caravan has changed is that the new people have come in. Some people have gone out.
One of the goals this group looks to accomplish is educating the area about the forced removal of the Potawatomi. They do that by traveling to each historic location their ancestors traveled through during the removal.
It used to be, but somehow with all the stuff they've had to teach in the school curriculums, they're kind of shoving out history. And history, we think, is very important. And this is one facet of history that everybody needs to know, the true story of the American Indian and what happened to them.
The basic thing is that they learn history, but then also they learned about the tenacity and the will of people to move and the sadness that's associated with it. And then they see the dignity that has come about since then.
Godfrey says the support for this caravan has been tremendous.
We were kind of joking as we're coming over as to whether or not we'd have food or room in our stomachs for additional food, because we have received so much as we've gone along.
Well, after the prayers and the blessings, the whole group of caravanners gathered for a little bit of a picnic to remember this specific area like they do every 5 years. What they expect this whole trip in March to take about a week, and they're going to be moving on to the next location tomorrow. Reporting live from Quincy, Jeff Monlock, KHQA News.